Good morning. So it is Sunday the 22nd of March. It's about 11:30 in the morning here. Grayson is currently napping. We are going grocery shopping when he wakes up, and I thought quickly before he does that, I am going to make something to drink. So I've already had breakfast. I had that quite early, like 7:30, 8 o'clock. But I thought I'm going to make a protein shake because my protein shakes always have like a load of spinach and berries in them. And so I decided this morning to make a PB and jelly one, just because it's kind of the flavour I go for. Most things I have peanut butter in. So the first thing I do when I make my shake is add the spinach in, which ends up this beautiful green colour. And it's really funny because I take these to work sometimes and people are like, what are you drinking? It's spinach. That's what makes it that delightful colour. And you know what? You can't taste it. Anyway, and it's good for you. I buy fresh spinach and I then put it in a Ziploc bag in the freezer. And then every time I go in the freezer, I kind of watch it down so that it becomes smaller. It takes up less space in my cup, and I still get the same amount of calories and fibre and things. So the first thing I did was added a cup of spinach, frozen spinach, to it. You can use fresh spinach, by the way, if you have that on hand. You don't need to use frozen. If you use fresh spinach, it's just going to take up more space in the cup. That's the only thing. So just be aware of that. So I added the frozen spinach, then I add a 1/4 cup of berries. It's like a berry mix I bought from the grocery store. It's just frozen. It's got like raspberries, blackberries, blackcurrants, red currants, things like that. And I had a 1/4 cup. That's just to give it a berry flavour. Obviously a little bit of carb there, and you know, fruits. They're not bad for you. The next thing I did, let me drop my peanut butter, is added some protein powder. And the chosen protein powder is Body Nutrition's True Teen Peanut Butter Marshmallow Cookie Flavor. I love this brand. This is the third flavor I bought. Fourth flavor I've tried. The reason I say that is because I had a sample of red velvet cake flavor, which was incredible. The first one I tried was pumpkin pie. The reason I was drawn to it was because of the macros and the fact that the flavour actually tasted like pumpkin pie. I had it in like October time, so it was the fall. It was so good because it was at a time when I'd just come back from holiday in Canada. I'd come back to the UK. It was miserable weather. I just started back in the gym, was really focused, and it meant that I could make like pumpkin mug cakes and things with protein powder that just tasted like pumpkin pie. It was incredible. So yeah, I've had that. I had the chocolate truffle, and then this is the peanut butter marshmallow cookie. I personally think this is just a very sweet peanut buttery flavour. I've never had a peanut butter marshmallow cookie, but I can imagine this is how they taste. The blend, as you may be able to see from the tub, it'd be good if I turn it the right way, is whey, casein, and egg white. And I really, really like the mixture of this. I like the way it mixes. If you just take a scoop and put it in like your shaker and shake it, it mixes really well. It works perfectly well in waffles, which I did this morning, pancakes, mug cakes, everything. It's really versatile. I think it's probably because of the fact that it's got 3 elements to it, it makes it more versatile, but I just love it. And I will just read you out the macros quickly. So for one serving size, or one scoop, is 120 calories, 1 gram of fat, 4 carbs, 2.5 of those are fibre, and 25 proteins. So it's really, really, I think it's one of the best that I've tried when it comes to macros. Obviously, my mum, for example, doesn't like sweet things, so this doesn't work for her. She just doesn't like sweet stuff. She likes like Sun Warrior blend, which is a vegan, I believe, protein blend. She likes hemp, pea proteins, things like that. To me, I don't like them. They just taste a bit raw, and I don't know. I can tolerate it, but I just prefer not to have it. So this is the one I go for. This I buy from a UK distributor called Protein Pick-a-Mix. They're online. Check them out. They are really, really good. I've been using them for about just over 12 months. Because the first delivery I ever had from them came a few days before I went into labour. So I remember I took into hospital like loads of the goodies that I'd had delivered. So they hold a dear place in my heart because they got me through that. So yeah, love it. Love the company. That when you order things from them, everything comes in these pretty little pink bags. It's so much fun. They've got a huge following. I remember when I first ordered, it was like a really new company, and I think I was ordered like, I was like number 60 or something, maybe not even that. But now they're doing really phenomenally well, and they have so many different products on there, so it's awesome. And it means you can get hold of all the American things that you can't necessarily get in this country. So yeah, so I added the protein powder. I had 1 scoop, not 2, just 1. And then the next thing I did was I added a teaspoon of peanut butter. I use lots of different peanut butter spreads. I use almond, peanut, I've tried cashew, tons of different things. At the moment, something I have tons of in my cupboard is P28 Foods spread. This is the peanut, just the peanut flavour. They do an almond, they do a white chocolate, a signature blend which has cranberries in it, and a banana raisin. They sell this in the UK and Tesco. I don't know. I think that they're going to stop selling it because they've suddenly reduced it down to £2.50 a jar, which is about the same price you're going to get if you buy like crappy Sunpat spread. I apologise for anybody that buys that stuff. I have some crappy. I say crappy because they're like got sugar in them. That's what I mean by crappy. I don't mean that they're awful. They're not going to kill you. But you know, these are better because they have protein. That's how I go with it. But you can buy a regular jar of no added sugar peanut butter spread in the supermarket for the same price. So I think if you're in Tesco's and you see it, try it. If you don't like it, send it to me and I'll eat it. I love the white chocolate one. The white chocolate one is great. It doesn't taste like it's even. It doesn't really. Does it taste like it's nut butter? Maybe a little bit tastes like it's nut butter, but it's so good. And basically, the way they get high protein is basically it's peanuts with whey protein isolate. So it's basically this with protein powder added to it. When you open it, just be aware you do need to stir it. It's very oily at the top, but it's really creamy. It's really nice. The macros. I would just, something I'm going to point out actually here is the macros say per serving is 2 tablespoons or 33 grams. Weigh it, because if you go with 2 tablespoons, your version of 2 tablespoons could be totally different to mine, and it's probably different to theirs. Because trust me, I will go heaped tablespoons when I'm putting my peanut butter in. So I weigh it by the grams. If it doesn't give you the option on something of the serving size being in grams, then it will always. Most of the time, it should always say 100 grams. Just work it out from there. You know, just divide it by 10 grams, times it by 30, times it by 3, and work it out from there. You know, it takes time, but it's going to, over the course of like a week, if you're adding too much of this, then you're not going to lose weight. So, there we go. A little tip from me to you. So, 33 grams, 199 calories, 13 grams of fat, 5 carbs, 3 fiber, and 14 protein. If you want to know how that compares to, say, like a normal peanut butter, basically a non-high protein peanut butter, I bought one recently and that was 7 grams of protein per serving. So that's how it works. It's basically basically double like a normal brand of protein. So, brand of peanut butter. Can you tell that I'm still half asleep? And then the last thing obviously you need to add is liquid. Now, you can obviously add whatever you want to this. You could add milk, you can add almond milk, you can add water. You don't have to be fancy with it. It doesn't need to be anything particular. I happen to have some maple water in the fridge, so I've used that. So this is a brand called Seva. Seva, I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm fairly certain it's a Canadian brand because it's on the back it's in French as well. It doesn't actually say where it's from. Probably does. I probably just haven't read it. So this is maple water. It's basically the new coconut water. I don't like coconut water. I think it tastes like moldy armpit. It's just not nice at all. This I got from TK Maxx. So this was £4, which I know it's not cheap. I get that, but I wanted to try it. It tastes better than coconut water, that's for damn sure. But I mean, to be fair, I just stick it in. It is a product of Canada. It says on the side. I just stick it in my protein shake, so I can't taste it anyway. But yeah, it's good. It's supposed to be the new thing. You know, I like to jump on some bandwagons. Oh, it's quite high in carbs. It's 2 grams of carbs. Okay. See, even I don't necessarily always read the labels. Yeah, apparently per 100 milliliters it's 8 calories, but it's got 2 grams of sugar in it. Okay. Well, I haven't got really much sugar in the rest of it, so that's okay. So, basically, it's not a huge amount of ingredients. It's 5 ingredients. You don't even have to put all that stuff in. You know, obviously, sometimes you just want a protein shake when you're at work or on the go, and, you know, just using it in a shaker works fine. But this is obviously an at-home protein shake, which means I can add more stuff to it. I like to have these at least once a day because I like to know that I always have salad or vegetables in my dinners. and I will sometimes have vegetables with my breakfast if I'm having eggs. But it's just nice to know that I'm getting extra serving of spinach, a few berries, protein. So I mean, I could probably work out how many calories this is for you. So let's work out 120, 120, 220. I'm guessing like 250. So it's like 250 calories, and I've drunk half of this, just so you know. So yeah, like 250 calories. You've got a ton of protein. Yes, it's high in fat. I'm not saying this is for everybody's diet. Fat works well for me. I don't respond well to carbs. I respond well to fat. So I tend to, I guess from years of dieting, I struggle to eat high carbs. I'm actually starting from tomorrow, I'm trying to carb cycle so that I can actually maybe have some days where I don't have a lot of carbs, and then some days where I have loads of carbs. That's a whole different blog to talk about. But yeah, so fat works really well for me, hence why I can eat so much peanut butter and I burn it off, because that's the way my body works. It doesn't work for everyone. So if you're starting out on this journey, what I would say to you is start with just the protein, start with the veggies and the fruits, and get your flavors. You know, find a protein powder that you love, because this one I love. It doesn't mean you're going to love it. It's not cheap. If you have to do what works for you. This will last me a long time, but you have to find what works for you, and that's the most important thing about this, because if you're going to do it forever, it needs to work. And I guess that's what I found over the past 5 years. Gosh, it's gone quickly. 5 years. I have tried different protein powders, and most of them, I will be honest, suck. This is the one I like. It costs me a little bit more, but if I know I'm going to eat the whole lot, and I really like the fact the tubs are so big as well. And that's like, oh, you can fill this with sand, and you can weigh it, like, so this is how much weight you've lost and stuff, which I think is quite cool. So yeah, this is how I make a protein shake. That's what's in it. I'm sorry this video's ran on so long. I'm going to edit it, and hopefully it will be shorter. And I am then hopefully going to get 5 minutes before Grace wakes up, and we are going to go grocery shopping, and that'll be another video. So have a nice weekend. And yeah, bye.